Hello, welcome to our Wednesday devotional time. What a joy it is to share this time with you. I think it's important in our lives that we spend a lot of time in thanksgiving and praise. Quite often we wait till Thanksgiving weekend or an emphasis on praise before we spend time in praise. But in our devotions recently, I read from Psalm 71 and was reminded again of this aspect of our lives. Psalm 71 verse 8 says, "Let my mouth be filled with thy praise, and with thy honor all the day long." We have so many things for which to be thankful for. I personally probably could fill up an hour or two just thanking God for things, but several things come to my mind that I think we as a church need to be thankful for. I'm thankful for the ability to have church services as we've been having. What a joy it is to see so many people who have not been able to come, coming back to church and meeting with us live. That's a joy. I want to say thank the Lord for the fact that just this week we passed one more hurdle in the process of getting our parking lot approved. We thought we'd passed all the hurdles and jumped through all the hoops, but apparently there is at least one more. So we're thankful for that. Much praise should be to God for allowing that. I'm thankful for the people in our church, the volunteers, the servants that we have, willing to do so many things. What a blessing it is. We hosted last week Preachers Fellowship, and people jumped right in and served. What a blessing that was. And all the things we do. I'm just so thankful for these people. I'm thankful for the opportunities. As things are opening up and the mandates are being moved back and some of them being completely eliminated, I believe we'll be able to start up our GROW program very quickly and perhaps be able to reach more people for Christ. I'm concerned for the people in our area. I don't believe God is just sending to Milford people who are already saved, but people who are lost and who need to know the Lord. This gives us the opportunities. And then I'm thankful for our missionaries. Just this past week, Luther and Martha Smith were here. As I sat and visited with Brother Luther, I found out that he and I are just 5 days apart in age. 5 days apart. And believe it or not, he's the old man. He's 5 days older than I am. But as I visited with him this past week for a few minutes, we talked about the future. And here he is at this age, willing, ready, eager to get back to his ministries in Papua New Guinea. What a blessing it is that we have missionaries like that. And we have them all over the world. Missionaries that are faithful serving God, missionaries who are eager to get back to their fields. Now, we realize some fields are closing, but God is raising up new places and new people to go. And then, as I think about praise, I was thinking about God's promises. And that's a whole other devotion or a whole other message for you. But as I was thinking of God's promises, I was so thankful for the promise of his presence and the promise of his will. Romans 8:28 was brought to my mind in one of my devotions recently when I was reading, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose." One author had this very, very interesting quote that I want to read to you and help you to understand, as I do, that God's will isn't always exactly as we think it should be. This writer said this regarding Romans 8:28, regarding knowing that all things work together for good. He said this: "As long as we whine at circumstances, we shall experience the extraordinary trick of providence which keeps us in those circumstances until we learn our lesson." You know, I believe that's true. Sometimes God allows us to stay in circumstances that are not very comfortable while he's trying to teach us the lesson. I would say this: when you're going through circumstances that aren't comfortable, circumstances that you wish would end or change quickly, watch for the lesson that God's trying to teach. Watch for what he's trying to do in your life. It may be that he'll keep you there until you've learned that lesson. Once again, I'm thankful for all that God does in our lives. My verse for this devotion was from Psalm 71, verse 8. Let my mouth be filled with thy praise and with thy honor all the day. Today, let's let our mouths be filled with praise for our great God. God bless you. Have a wonderful, praise-filled day.